Hi, and welcome back to the Deadman Company. As always, I'm your DM Shivam, and I use he/him pronouns. And I will let the rest of our lovely players introduce themselves.
Oh boy.
Well, hell, you came here at a strange time, friend. Me? Well, I'm Nolan. He/him pronouns not important. You know, this place was filled with evil, and now it's been saved. Or so they're saying, laughing and smiling. But people know something's wrong. Something's fishy. We have real tumblefucks in this town willing to throw down, fight for justice.
Tumblefucks?
Oh, who's mine? Mine is Ash. This man is a furbolg fighter, he/him pronouns, of the highest order. He can shoot a running Mustang from over a mile away, and isn't too bad with the ladies either. As a Dracoborn Ranger, they can use their powers of the Draconoids, something that makes oil-livered little children like you run in fear. And they're the best in their class. On Maple, Maple's only worse. As someone who has recently graduated to a teenager, her spunk and power is beyond match. You want to hear about other outlaws? You can ask around, be my guest. Nothing's gonna beat Ash. What about that one over there? She's always spouting about her little hero.
Well, yes indeed. I, Kate, she, her pronouns, know a thing or two about one Dea Delawai, who also uses she, her pronouns. Sharpest thing out here. Not much gets past her. And if you try to cross her, well, she'll possess your own gun and make it fight against you. So I wouldn't recommend trying to cross her if you know what's good for you. As a Water Genasi creation bard, she's got quite a few tricks up her sleeve. Now, she's not the only person out here either.
Well, I reckon. My name's Izzy. I go by she, they pronouns. And Elena over here is a victory cleric Asimar lady. Now, don't get me wrong, just because you think cleric, you mean, healer. She can pretty much kick your ass with her blood side, because, that's pretty metal. Especially out here. But, what about you?
Me? Yeah, I'm Elliot, he, him pronouns. And out here in the Wild West, I've got my sights set on Onimori as the victor. Onimori uses he, him pronouns. He's a fighter from the Outlands, and I think he's got a trick or two up his sleeves. I don't think he can hit a target from a mile off, but he can surely hit one from 5 feet away. On to you.
Howdy there. I'm Nemo, he, him pronouns. And here I'm gonna talk about the Red Menace. He's one of those warlock hex blades. Not too smart, but he can do something with a blade. Those horns aren't... Yeah, those are just for show, but Good lad, doing good work. Does what he can. He also hear him pronounced just like myself. That's it.
God.
Them's the breaks.
Them's the breaks. Well,
We'll
let's
have
see
it.
if our bartender can spin us any tales.
Fuck, I was muted. Sorry. I forgot there's a drunk recap underneath mine. Ash, Elena, and the Red Menace are now dragon blessed for the passing of the trial, while Dea and Onimori become cursed and have to run from the skeleton dragon. Once they manage to escape, the mapmakers are back together again, ready for whatever comes next. An ethereal vision of Cut appears and explains to them what needs to happen in order to free the Stardrake from the Dreadworm's grasp. Once the battle begins, the Dreadworm takes the form of Cut, and 4 globs of fungi that spawn bugs appears. And with a very close battle, the mapmakers manage to defeat the Dreadworm and save the Stardrake. The constellation Draco is returned to Ash, and we say goodbye to our fish friend as he is returned to the Stardrake. And the cinnamon roll appears before me.
Yeah. As the Stardrake gifts you a cinnamon roll.
Oh, perfect.
As you all find yourselves in the lair of the Stardrake at the peak of the mountain. Celestial energy flows into you guys as you guys like breathe in and out, feeling just like the sheer spiritual presence around you. This absolutely breathtaking sky as you look out at the peak of the over the peak of the mountain. The Stardrake sits stoically wrapped around the mountain. The big fish now perched atop his head as the fish settles in. To begin with, yeah. Let's go with this. He looks at you, Dea, as he notices the constellation blessing across your emblazoned across your arm there.
I suppose you'll be wanting this back, yes?
'Tis my duty to protect the stars themselves. Though I must say, I'm loath to take this from you directly, as this could cause you harm.
Well, it has to be done, doesn't it? Might as well get it, well, done and over with then. Albeit even if it isn't fun. Just don't tell me when you're doing it, just go. And she's just gonna, like, close her eyes and just, like, very hesitantly wait.
Alright.
Stardrake, is it at all possible that would I be able to help with this extraction? I have experience with the powers of the stars.
Truth be told, it would. In order to take power like that from someone, it's uneasy for me to do so, as I do not know the pain that you mortals can go through. You being there to help guide my hand, so to speak, may offer a better outcome here.
I will do what I can.
Alright. The Stardrake begins to channel energy, as you feel it just beginning to focus around you, Ash. You can sense Dea's presence, as you feel like her life force kind of like swirling within her, and you feel like those little bits of like stardust also swimming around in the sea of energy that is her. If you would like to attempt to remove the star blessing as elegantly as possible here, go ahead and roll me Go ahead and roll me a wisdom check with proficiency here.
Guidance.
I for sure can. You also closed it, so don't look at this. We're just having to pop those out back real quick. Here we go. Say that one more time. What check am I making?
Wisdom with proficiency.
Oh, with
Wisdom with proficiency.
with
Yeah, sorry.
proficiency. Okay.
Guidance.
That's just an animal handling check.
Yeah.
Love it. All right.
And you have a guidance too.
All right.
Anyone else?
Perfect.
Do you stack anything else on?
Gotta add that 1d4.
I suppose I still have some bardic inspirations.
Yeah, okay. Just
I know-
making sure.
I know I'm almost out. I thought I was out already, but we're good.
Can I have Maple help me?
We pull it all the
Yeah,
stops,
give
my
me some
guy.
flavor.
I'm gonna say that is Dan nervous at all?
She just seems very tense. She doesn't know what exactly is going to happen.
I think as you sort of like tense up, Dea, you feel something on your back, and then you feel what feels like a small like hum and vibration, almost akin to a purr, as you feel what's just like a weighted blanket sort of just on your back, as Maple is just wrapped around you and sort of like snuggled into the back of your neck, just being there to be reassuring, to sort of calm you down.
I would say it probably makes her jump at first. She didn't expect. Yeah, she didn't expect to be touched, but once she realizes that it's Maple, you see her visibly relax a little bit.
Hell yeah, we go for that when we can. What's the bardic inspiration?
A D8.
All right.
You can roll it after you roll if you fail.
Mhm.
So this is going to be a DC 15. You have advantage. You got guidance. Let's see what we got.
Let's go.
20.
20. With a 20, as you begin to channel that magic, you can feel what is Dea's life force and what isn't, as it almost feels like a sieve that you're beginning to like pass through Dea. With each pass, you get more and more bits of like stardust conglomerated within you, as before long, without much injury to Dea, you do manage to have the star Scorpio in your hands.
Ooh, boy. All right. Ash will like let out a heavy breath once it's done, and just holding it sort of gently lift it up and let it float back to the Star Drake.
Mm-hmm. You do so as he kind of tilts his head, as the fish swims downwards and begins to just like pick it up in his mouth like a pebble and swim it back up to its rightful place.
Oh, that's so cute.
I love them.
I love that for the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Yeah.
fish.
How do you feel, Dea?
Does she feel any different? I mean, besides just the energy, I mean, does she just kind of feel like an empty battery almost, in a sense?
Yeah, exactly. You feel a little bit drained, but otherwise, like, all things considered, it just kind of feels like you need a night of sleep, which, like, considering all you went through today.
I don't believe I feel any more worse than we're, thankfully.
Of note, Ash, as you look at Dea, the star tattoo, instead of like glowing brightly on her arm, is now like a what remains is like a what appears to almost be kind of a burn mark.
Ooh.
That's now dim in her arm.
Interesting.
And of course, the sparkles out of her hair are unfortunately gone.
Oh no, no
Aw.
sparkles.
What if we throw glitter in her hair?
We will just
You could.
actively keep polluting her hair.
Yeah,
Alright, love it.
just toss glitter in your hair constantly. Oh no.
Elena just keeps putting glitter in her hair when she fucking sleeps.
I'm helping.
I think Ash looks at Dea's arm and just goes, "If you wish, we can seek to find ways to heal the scarring. However, with it being connected to the stars, I do not know if it were you.
Well, I can always try some of my own remedies, but if that does not work, I will do something with it.
Of course.
I think Ash takes a second and then looks back up at the Star Drake and just...
We have much to do still on our journeys. We have only just begun.
I can see. But, in
There's the fucking
meantime-
song restarting.
Yeah,
So
that was
fear.
a very weird cut.
I can see. Cuts out. Fuck.
Suddenly morphs into the fucking dread room. Round 2, bitch!
Oh.
Round 2, bitch.
So, the Star Drake looks at you as he says, I can see that you all still do have much to accomplish, but as I can see from you guys, perhaps you deserve a bit of rest before you go.
That
This
sounds great.
place is connected to the stars itself. The endless cycle of life. Here is a place where the veil between life and death is thin. If you should wish, with all that I can see and the loved ones you had to leave behind on the other side of that veil, I could ferry a message to them. They would not be able to respond back, but if there is aught that you would like to say, then we can make that happen.
How?
Stars themselves hold much power, and for most mortals, their souls go towards the stars before they go off into whatever the next life brings. With my magic, I should be able to at least ferry a message to your loved ones on the other side.
Onimori looks to Ash first.
That would be a very powerful boon. Thank you.
With all you've done, it is quite literally the least that I can do for you.
I think Ash takes a second and looks back at everyone else.
I do not wish to put myself before everyone. I know we have all lost people in the past, but if some of you do not wish to pursue this, I would not want to push you into a place where you are uncomfortable.
I would, actually.
He sort of cocks his head at Onimori. Was not expecting that.
All right. How about the rest of you?
I have some things to say to a friend.
Sort of nods. Looks over at Dea.
Well, I do not see why not. Not very often, or at all, a person would get such an opportunity as this.
think Ash then slowly looks over to Elena.
I think she'll just give like a sad smile. I could try.
You sort of nods as his face softens a little bit.
We would be happy to accept.
The Stardrake nods as he says, "Very well then. Whenever you all are ready, close your eyes and focus on the person. You may feel their presence, but you may not be able to see them. So I suggest you just focus on keeping your eyes closed and sensing what you can."
We all proceed to look like a group hallucination
Yeah,
gag.
group hallucination. We all just close our eyes.
Or what's the hypnotizers? Yeah.
All right. As you do so, we'll start off with Ash, since it's your arc here.
Oh.
As Ash, well, might be a little obvious, but who do you focus on?
I wonder. I want to focus on Jim, my main man from back then. That's
oh, hey,
what I'm
Ash,
looking
hey, what's up?
Not much, Jim. Wanted to reach out.
No, Ash will reach out to Horizon.
Mm-hmm.
I think he closes his eyes, and I assume this is all internal and not out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ash sort of just sits there for a moment and just sort of thinks to himself and just goes,
It has been a while since I could talk to you. And even though you cannot talk back, I always feel reassured when you listen. Things are so much different now. Our purpose, our goal was so... We thought it so binary in the past, and everything is filled with such heavy shades of gray now. I sometimes miss your ability to think succinctly about these things. It is one of the things that I miss the most. I have been angry recently, wanting to lash out at the people who hurt what I remembered and held on to. I was angry that things had changed from when we were alive. And I wanted them to return to how they were. But I remember something that you used to say. That the world should change. It is change, the flowing of the river that carves through our lives and changes and makes us better, shapes us into who we are. I have had a...
And Ash starts to cry a little bit.
It has...
You feel
Go ahead.
you feel a hand wrapping around your own. You know you shouldn't open your eyes. You know she's not really there, but still, you feel a gentle squeeze.
I am trying every day to live on in your memory, and I do not know if I am failing or succeeding, or if I am doing anything right. But you know, I think that is exactly what I need. I was so sure, we were so sure. And I think that while things might not be as black and white as they were, Horizon, they are so beautiful in all of the shades of color I can now see. You would love this. I am going to keep living for those around us. And help those who cannot help themselves, like we used to. I will see you again soon.
As he sort of goes to squeeze the hand that's in his.
You do so. You feel a gentle brush against your cheek, just a quick peck. As you open your eyes, the weight in your hands slips away.
Fuck, man. Alright, cool.
Bro,
cool.
okay. Oh, my heart. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
what a way to start the session. Hey, you know
What
how
the
we mentioned,
fuck?
for us to be shipped, all we gotta do is get over our trauma. That's not happening.
Yeah.
No.
Let's go ahead and move on to the Red Menace.
The red.
Oh my
Menace.
Yay.
Red Menace.
Red Menace. Menace closes his eyes. It doesn't seem like he wants to do that, but he thinks like he should. Just I'm not sure you're still there. From what I heard, it's just a place that souls that haven't moved on yet stay, and you didn't quite, learn to attach to things. I'm so sorry about what happened to you and to Dia, and not sure how we would feel about the way things are now, but I'm working to change them. With what they've done to you, I hope you're resting well now. I hope you found some kind of peace.
Red Menace. Oh, no, go ahead.
No, he just goes silent for a while.
Yeah. As you do so, I imagine uncharacteristically you're kind of curled up a little bit.
Yeah, he's hanging down. The fluff of his hair is just covering everything.
As you do so, imagining just kind of clutching your knees, you feel a weight against the knuckles of your hand.
Oh.
A fist is trying to reach out to your own. As you know what this is. I mean, after all, after every victory you celebrated, it'd feel hollow without this.
The regiment is. He reaches out his hand, fist closed, and just waits.
Lucia's fist bumps against your own.
Smiles. Thank you.
As the presence fades. Moving in a weird order here. Elena, you're up next.
I don't want to go next.
You should go next, though. Like, it would be really cool if you went next.
Very cool. Only good things.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So Elena closes her eyes and she kind of like puts her hands together and like is almost praying that it's Sage that comes forward. Hi. I know that I haven't remembered you very well, and I'm sorry. But I hope that you that you're at peace if you're there. And I don't really know what to say other than I will try to remember more of who we were and what we did.
Elena, I imagine you almost begin to pray a little bit, just trying to remember more of Sage and pray that he's exactly as you remember him.
Yeah.
You wait for a little while, and you feel nothing. And as tears begin to fall down your face, you feel someone wipe them away.
Oh, that's so wholesome.
You feel someone's hand resting against your cheek. As you know this, you know deep down, a part of you that could never, ever mistake him.
Hi, Sage. I will try to remember. And she'll like put her hand over the one that's on her cheek.
You try to do so, but your fingers struggle to grasp onto what you believe to be his hand. Is like you try to grasp onto his, but you can't quite do so.
I think that just makes her tears fall even more. And then, without thinking about it, I think she'll open her eyes to just try and get a glimpse, anything.
Mm-hmm. You do so. Elena, you see just almost a bare glimpse of his face. It almost seems like you're practically hallucinating it, the way he almost just instantly slips out. But as you look at him, you look at his face, again, just exactly as you remember him. He stands with a smile so warm it could melt you where you stand.
I don't think she can stand anymore. I think she'd just fall to her knees.
Mm-hmm. As the presence fades.
Ugh. Fuck.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. This is a really cool start to the session. This is like pretty chill.
No trauma this session.
Yeah, no
he
trauma
said.
this session, I said.
No?
So naive.
Yeah. You're up next.
You did not know.
As Dea, you struggle as there is not really, I imagine. Well, I guess, like, how is Dea looking right now?
I mean, with her eyes closed like everyone else, it's she appears to be, you know, deep in thought like one would be for this thing. But she's not talking to anyone. She knows no one's going to be there.
Mm-hmm. The room feels vastly empty. The silence is deafening as you can hear chills and the sobs of your companions around you. It continues on for a little bit as you realize no person is coming.
What?
I mean, she expected this. But she's not gonna, you know, break the, I suppose, persona or ruin it for anyone.
Yeah. As you do so, you feel a gentle brush against your leg.
That actually catches her a bit off guard. But she's gonna kneel down and, like, tuck herself around her knees and hold her hand out like she usually does.
You feel a small, fuzzy presence nuzzle into your hand.
I'm glad at least one of you still remembers me. I am sorry I left all of you so abruptly. I didn't even get to see you all one last time. I at least hope the other islanders took care of you, or at least kind to you in my absence. I almost wish I took all of you with me, but probably spared you from the same disaster I ran into.
Pomegranate purrs as they nuzzle into your hand a little bit more. As they rest their body against yours, just like you used to when you were young and feeling down and anxious, you feel the slow rise and fall of their breath as your breathing begins to match in time with theirs.
She's just gonna enjoy it as long as she can, really. Just sit and wait.
Mm-hmm. And as your breathing calms down, eventually you open your eyes as you are back alone again.
I mean, alone is subjective. Is technically like 4 or 5 other people in the room.
Dude, that fucking hurt, but okay, cool, thanks.
Onimori.
Oh. Yeah.
What do you do?
He closes his eyes. He rings the phone. Can still hope that someone's there.
You feel a presence nearing you. It is unmistakable.
Onimori several times opens and then closes his mouth, just trying to figure out what to say, until finally he does say, after having this long to think of something to say, you would think I would have something. You're still out there? No, it said we could not get a response. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm still looking for you. I suppose this, whatever I've been brought back or whatever, but it's a bit of a pause to that, but please, just wait a little bit longer. I'll find you, just a little bit longer, just don't hand that gold coin over to the river, Yomi. Not yet. We'll cross it together. Just like you always said we would. Onimori just pauses, like he's like, can say anything, I just can't get a response.
In your mind, you can almost imagine the smirk they'd have on their face as you feel a hand reach out and grab your shoulder in agreement.
Onimori just grabs it.
You try to do so. Your hand phases through as you grasp onto nothing.
He kind of just collapses at that. Like he's instantly convinces himself that just hallucinated that, firmly grasp it. He just falls to his knees and he, like, his hands go to his mask and he almost takes it off until he realizes what he's doing, and then his hands are just shaking so badly. And he lets go and he goes, I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I'm so sorry. If you can find it in your heart to forgive me, I just know I'm going to be there. Just wait for me, please. That's all I ask for. He just starts stammering. He just can't figure out words to say anything else.
As you begin to just like shake and I imagine just begin to kind of break down, you can feel arms around you steadying you.
And you always said, wherever I go, you will follow. And I'm asking you to do the opposite thing right now. I'm following. Just please wait for me. I know it's been hundreds of years. I don't know how long it's been. And I know it must be agony, but just wait a little bit longer.
To give you an affirmative squeeze, as I'm imagining once again you desperately try to reach out to them.
Yeah.
You do so, opening your eyes as you grasp onto nothing.
He's just barely kneeling. He's just shaking, like, noticeably. And he just takes a few deep breaths to try and stop and reground himself in, you know, the reality that's around him.
God damn.
Quickly. He just quickly, as quickly as he can, he just pulls himself back together and slowly stands back up.
Yo, fuck. Yo, what do we start the session?
This just hurt. All of it just hurt a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
As you all kind of like stand up, try to regain your senses, kind of cough a little bit, try to brush that off.
And nothing just happened.
Very good.
Yes, we are all hardened badasses with no emotions.
Mhm.
Yes.
He does
All of
not.
us. Every single one.
Red menace.
As the Star Drake says, I hope that could at least offer you all some small measure of comfort. As for tonight, why not all rest here? Properly. No needing to watch your backs for anything that lies out in the darkness. Just all of you properly getting a good night's sleep.
That would be much appreciated. Thank you for your generosity.
The Star Drake nods. Is everyone going to take a long rest then?
Yeah, we wouldn't even have to do watches.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Vibe.
That's great.
Mm.
That's so nice. After
Yeah.
everything. Long rest button.
I'll take a long
rest.
Yay.
You guys do so. As you guys do, you just feel yourselves completely and utterly exhausted as you begin to drift away, just having the proper full night's sleep for the first time in what feels like forever since you've been woken up. And as you guys do so,
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't like this one, boyos.
Oh no.
What's she doing?
Star Drake kills us all in our sleep.
Yep.
Stop that. Who's
Yeah.
gonna dream?
the starter kills you all in your sleep. Sorry.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I knew that was gonna happen, so I
Mhm.
think that makes sense.
Yeah, that's in his character. We
Yeah.
talked about this.
This is true.
Elena.
Oh fuck!
Yikers.
I don't know. Okay, Elena.
Visions begin to flash in your mind
Oh boy.
as it's not quite a full dream. It's just you see the shadow of someone standing over you. You find yourself on like a field as you begin to channel this energy like within you, and as you do so, the shadowy figure just suddenly just kicks you right upside of the head. As you just get immediately shoved to the ground. Your casting interrupted. As you lie there on the ground, she suddenly just grabs you like by the hair as she lifts you up, and you hear her say, "You have to cast at a moment's notice if you're going to be out here." if you cast spells, you are going to be the highest priority target. You need to learn how to do this while people are attacking you, or you're going to be a liability. Do you understand?
Elena just nods her head quickly.
As Elena, you suddenly just like snap awake in the morning. You remember your training. As everyone has woken up in the morning, now leveled up to 8.
Yay!
Hey.
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 Alright.
Nothing weird.
Yeah, nothing weird happened to you overnight.
Nah, pretty casual stuff. Ready
Yeah.
for a day of adventure, boys.
Yeah.
Adventure.
As you guys get yourselves up, and probably just kind of still a little bit like I guess how are you guys doing this morning?
I will say
Terrible.
of
Not
interesting note. Overnight, Maple has doubled in size.
Let's go.
Give us big Maple, you coward.
Maple's
Big.
technically still the same size in
Yeah.
the squares, so Maple will not be getting bigger yet.
Lame.
Damn it.
We need to make a new token.
Yeah.
Teenage Maple.
Yes.
Don't worry, eventually it'll happen.
Oh my god, she got Clifford the big red dog.
She 100%
Not
did.
quadrupled in size, only doubled. She
Yeah.
was small. Now she
Listen,
is, she is
it'd be-
medium.
Listen, it'd be like if you bought a Chihuahua and you woke up and it was the size of a Saint Bernard.
Yeah, I will say, Maple was, probably the size of like a Chihuahua or a small dog. Maple is now the size of like a Great Dane. Just
Or like a small horse.
Yeah, just like a
Small
small horse.
Good.
Maple is massive now.
Pony.
Alright. Yeah. You guys get yourselves awake. As the Star Drake looks at you all and says, whenever you all are willing then, I can guide you back down to the base of the mountain.
That would be nice, yes.
And one final parting gift from me. As he takes one of his claws, he plucks off one of his scales, as he hands it to you, Ash, as he says, should you need it, a fraction of my power can be yours. As this is going to be a Moonstone Dragon Scroll.
Ooh, okay.
As an action, you can use the spell to polymorph yourself into a young Moonstone Dragon.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Very cool.
Go.
Love that. Just a
The
one-time
transformation
use thing, though.
lasts- Yeah, one-time use. Transformation lasts for 1 minute.
We're gonna hoard this forever.
He's never gonna use it.
Little do you know, Ash is the character that hoards potions and never uses them.
Ash is the character that hosts.
Ash is the character that hoards.
Got him.
Yeah.
You know Ash, the character that hoes. Alright. That's funny.
God.
Alright, Ash immediately uses it. No.
That'd be sick as fuck, but no.
Yeah, not right now.
Starter is like, you did not need to use that right away.
But I wanted to.
did, you.
Look at how cool I look.
I am the sickest.
Good.
Anyway,
Maple's little Sebastian John, get out of here.
God. Alright. You guys head back down?
I believe so.
Okay. As you guys begin to march your way back towards Mistral Peak, as Ash, before you get to the city, there is something you still need to do. you still need to find Cut, as well as perhaps what remains of the Dreadworm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy, we really don't have a way to locate people, do we?
Not especially.
We can call
You have a
up.
ranger.
We could call him up.
We do have
we
a ranger.
could call him on the phone.
You have a
Yeah.
ranger in our party. Maybe
Yeah,
he
we
could
don't-
do something.
Yeah, but don't have to sniff the dirt.
I think when we get back to the edge of the, or like when we get to the base of the mountain where there's, reception,
Yeah.
Ash will suggest that we ring up Cut to see if we can find his location.
Well, didn't we find his spear in the middle of the mountain?
No, he gave us the spear.
I gave the spear to Onimori.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, I understand now.
I pull out the crystal and I call up Cut.
Alright. You do so.
Buddy Holly ringtone.
Buddy Holly ringtone plays. He picks up as he looks bruised and bloodied, but alive.
Hi,
Ooh,
buddy.
boy.
We are out of the mountain and we are heading back. We could attempt to meet up with you. Where are you currently?
He says the location where you guys met the kobolds. He mentions the after what you guys did at the peak, the Dreadworm's slowing down, but its fury is still palpable.
We will be there soon.
Alright. You guys rush to the
Sprint through the forest.
So fast.
Very fast.
Very fast.
Yeah, man.
Alright. Sorry, I'm looking for my fucking maps and shit.
Not allowed.
Let's see, is this the right? Good, it's the right token. Almost puts down the boss token on accident. God.
What do you mean?
As
Yeah.
you guys see Cut, as he runs up to you.
Did we pick up his spear?
No.
I don't believe you did.
No.
I think it's still in the mountain.
I think Onimori threw it into the void.
Yeah,
You
it's,
told me to throw it off to the side when we entered the mountain, and then did something eat it and bring it back, or am I hallucinating that?
it is in the ether. Y'all ditched it so the skeleton drake would stop
Yeah.
losing his goddamn
Mhm.
mind.
Well, he can deal with that. Can buy a new one. He's a king.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine.
Guys, what the fuck? You fucking dropped my spear? I gave it to you.
I
Borrow.
can give you a new
No.
one. Relax.
It's fine.
God.
How beat up does he look?
He looks like he'll survive. Like, you've seen him significantly worse. He looks about as beat up as you do, considering all the things you went through on the mountain.
I think Ash sort of is gonna walk up to him and just.
I am glad to see that you are alive.
He pants as he says, "As am I." The Dreadworm, after you guys cut off its power, it does have a lack of energy, so to speak. It seems to be dying off, and if it tries to attack, it will die quickly, but it does seem hell-bent on taking people down with it.
Then you should be in your kingdom to defend your people.
He shakes his head as he says, "It wants me first, then the kingdom. Here's the safest place that I can be right now. Though, if we're meeting like this, I suggest either one of two things. Either A, you let me keep running, and, well, I should be able to at least outrun this, or B, do we want to attempt to try to talk with it?"
I believe with its power diminished, we might be able to reason with it.
Then I suggest you all make what preparations you wish. As the Dreadworm is fast approaching, what would you all like to do to prepare?
Shit.
Uh,
Uh,
I think elemental market for acid protection for I'll do red menace because that this time for that. I think that's the closest the fungus damage probably. So yeah, you have that acid resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Poison resistance?
I don't have poison resistance.
As he
Here.
well, I guess he offers this. It seems to deal in a lot of necrotic energy, not necessarily acid or poison.
I don't have that either.
Necrotic resistance?
Warding bond on Dea.
There we go.
God.
I will say something of note. Ash is sort of like watching the party prep. And Elena, as you like go and cast warding bond, you see almost like involuntarily all of Ash's cracks sort of just glow like a bright sort of like starry blue for a second as his eyes sort of like flash.
Oh.
As like it happens like super quick, but then like it dies down again.
Ash, are you okay, buddy?
Yes.
I hear silence, so tell me her fast.
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay.
Ash is gonna run over and do a little bit of prep. You casted Warding Bond on who?
Dea.
I think
I could upcast it if you needed to.
No, you are fine.
Okay.
Red Menace, you tend to take a lot of hits.
yeah.
Would you like some assistance? Please say yes, we don't have a lot of time.
yes, I do.
Ash is going to stick out his hand onto Red Menace's chest, and is going to sort of
This is it. Don't make it weird.
After his cracks were glowing, goddamn.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Rash is canon. It'll be fine.
And all of the scars on him are going to glow, and his eyes are going to glow again. And you see what looks to be a set of like dragon scales, like ethereal blue dragon scales, sort of go over Red Menace. As I will also cast Warding Bond on Red Menace.
You learned.
Yeah. As
yeah.
you do so,
Oh shit.
you fully and instinctively unlock Draco's blessing.
Draco's blessed.
As a result of being blessed by the Star Drake at the peak, you gain the following ability. Let's see, where the fuck is it?
The ability.
You have a number of charges equal to your proficiency bonus, resetting on a long rest. You may use a bonus action to create a spell shot arrow without spending any material components. you can only create a spell shot arrow of a spell you have seen up to a max level equal to your proficiency bonus, spending charges equal to the spell level. So, when you create this spell shot arrow, you expend 2 charges to copy Elena's spell.
Yeah, it's the it kind of looks like a little arrow that I stab into his chest real quick.
Yeah.
Elena just cuts her finger open and like just dabs a little bit of blood on Dea, and she's like, "That's a little much. I don't think you need to do that much."
What do you mean, stabs him?
I think I understand how this spell works.
I think
Oh,
you
God.
need to practice a little more,
I'm
buddy.
sure it's fine.
Okay, it's fine for now.
Yes.
As silence now reigns over the forest.
Ow, shit.
I thought we didn't catch that one.
Can we fucking scatter? I don't want to be clumped again, please.
Yeah,
Oh,
please.
yeah, shit.
Yeah, just
We scattered beforehand because we're smart.
Yeah.
We scatter.
God.
Cut,
As-
get back here. Do not stand all the way up
Okay.
there.
Let's get the
Damn,
fuck
okay.
outta here.
We
God.
learned this time.
As
Right.
you can see as it lumbers out of the forest.
Oh, no.
It looks just like it can barely move all of its limbs correctly as like it struggles to like move around. You can see that its eyes are bloodshot. As it crawls towards you. You can see like the pink has completely faded from its body. As it's now just beginning to like decay away. The rot inside of its gut beginning to take over its host now too. As it struggles to get closer and closer, just like occasionally making quick darts across the forest.
I think.
As
Well, I was gonna say I think Ash will walk up to stand squarely in front of Cut, and just say,
Ooh.
Your power is gone. Your cling to life. You need to rest. Let yourself return to rest.
Bullshit. I will not rest until I drag each and every one of you filthy humans down with me. As you can see him begin to channel up draconic breath, as Cut says, that breath attack will kill you too.
This is not how things have to end. You know what she thought of life and how pure it was. Allow yourself in your final moments to live out her dreams, her memory. Do not drag more down with your power, but raise them up.
Alright. As this is going to be a skill check. It's going to be a skill challenge, actually, specifically. 3 successes versus 3 failures here. Ash, it sounds like, for first off, you're trying to roll persuasion here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I gave you
Hey,
some
wait.
time to maybe cast some
Oh, no.
social buffs, too.
That didn't happen.
Listen, I didn't think he tried to fucking sit down and have tea with the damn thing.
I
Yeah, I
always
thought we were
have.
going into battle.
You can maybe talk to it.
Have
Okay.
you met Ash? Yeah, no, fuck it, man. Of course I'm trying to talk to him. Persuasion?
Yeah.
Love it. All right, it's
You
not
got
the
this,
same.
buddy.
It's not the same day, so we don't have the +1 anymore.
Oh
You guys do not
no!
I'm very sad. All right, it's only a -1. Let's go.
You got this. You got this. You got this. You got this. You got
That's a
this.
9. No,
9.
I had to roll a 16, which 1 in
Mhm.
5, but
Yeah. God. As he just begins to keep just saying bullshit. As Yeah, it doesn't seem to have convinced him very much there.
Mine's not working, guys.
One failure. As he continues to charge up energy.
Oh boy.
Could I?
The red menace points at him.
Oh boy.
No.
Oh boy.
You dare to step your dirty paws on the land that the red menace protects. Hear me now, that this will be the last thing you do if you choose to fight me, the red menace.
The red.
Are you trying to intimidate him?
Back away now and I may spare your life. Face me and be obliterated
Make him
by the
quake.
one and only Bastard King. And
I
yeah,
love-
that's an intimidation.
I love
I
him.
fucking
Why do you
love
always
it.
pick the
Okay.
most unhinged check to make every time?
Love him.
I can.
Make him quake in his boots.
Okay, if you want to roll intimidation, here's the thing I am going to say. This was 3 successes versus 3 failures. There's a hidden mechanic I did not mention because I'm very
Oh,
sneaky
shit.
like that.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
There's 3 successes you can make. Whoopsies. Where's my freehand tool? There's 3 successes you can make for trying to convince him and persuade him to stand down. There's 3 successes you can make for intimidating, challenging, and otherwise using violence to get him to stand down.
Yeah.
Red Menace, I don't know if this is the approach we want to take.
Yeah.
Red Menace.
Failures are saved across of each of them.
We
I mean,
don't know
we
he's failed
got-
yet.
No, you failed yours.
I
You
did, but
did
someone
fail
marked
Yeah,
one
so
of
it's
both.
1 failure for each of those, yeah.
Oh shit.
I
So
don't
you
have
need
a
to get
minus
3
one
on the
anymore.
Quote
don't,
unquote,
'cause
you
you
need
had
to
a
get
low
3 on the pacifist route or 3 on the violent route here.
Oh boy,
God.
Red Menace.
Well, he already said it.
Yeah, you already
Oh,
said
already
said it.
intimidation.
Hey.
25.
25. He looks at you with more rage in his eyes as you can see him begin to channel more of his life force into the attack. That is slowly draining more and more from him in preparation for trying to strike you down with this.
Red menace is just posing.
Mhm,
Just backs inflated,
mhm.
arms, power stance.
Good.
Ash glances back at like Dea and Elena, going just like, I need one of you two. One of you two is gonna be able to talk better than and be nicer than the Red Menace right now.
Yeah, I managed to do my save.
Could I do like a medicine check to see if there is like any way possible to like ease whatever suffering he has?
Yeah. Yeah, you're kind of trying to look at like the festers and boils on him. Go ahead and
Yeah.
roll me a medicine check.
I'm gonna
You
use
skip
my ball
Okay. Roll with
Yeah,
advantage.
well,
You're balling.
or my cinnamon roll, whatever the fuck it is.
18. With an 18, you begin to look at like the boils themselves. As you could try to scrape off just like tiny bits of it to try to like just weaken him a little bit and try and remove some of like the rot that's in his gut just to try and calm him down, or at least remove some like the power he's able to channel. As he just yells out, "Get the hell away from me!" One success.
I'm still gonna go over and do it.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, to take away a decent bit of his power.
Oh, okay. I just want to take away whatever was hurting him, but I guess
I mean,
it's
the
the same
thing
thing.
that's hurt. Yeah.
it's okay.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. All right, who's up next?
Onimori, I would like to use a strength check to lift his spirits.
Oh my god. Ash has this like fleeting, hopeful thought from beyond as he looks over at Onimori. And Onimori is like twisting his grip on the handle of Daibo.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ash quickly looks away from Onimori. Alright, he's going to be of no help. Looks towards Dea.
I was gonna say, could I make an Arcana check to specifically figure out what it's... We all know it's dying, we all know it's kind of withering away, but can I figure out... what's the word? How to describe to it what is exactly happening to it and why it needs to stop, basically. What's going to continue to it if it keeps this up.
Oh, I like that a lot. Arcana check.
Ooh.
You got
Ooh.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Let's go! Oh, only good high rolls.
I saw that too. That was scary. 27. As you look at him with the 27, you can see that like the blisters are beginning to grow more and more infected as like his wings themselves are like almost beginning to rot off. With that extremely high check, you know for a fact that like if he does this attack, the corpse he leaves behind would barely be considered a dragon. A point that you know where he probably considers a very like important part of himself. How would you like to phrase that?
Thinking. We all are aware of how much you care for your sister, why you kept up this song and dance, how you wish to even stay by her side even when you pass. If you continue the path that you have chosen or wish to do, it will disintegrate and rot you away, leaving a mangled mess behind, a sham. Do you want that to be what lays and spends the rest of eternity with her?
You can see he's still charging up the breath, but like you can see that puts some genuine panic into him. 2 successes.
Oh boy, I want to let Onimori go, but also fuck.
Onimori, it's gotta be you now.
Is it my turn?
It is
Do
your turn.
I have to go?
It seems so, unless Ash would like to do something or like try to cut in front of you.
I mean, that was Nolan saying I'm going to give everyone a chance, but
Ash did notice how violent.
Yeah, I mean, you would notice. You could do something to try to maybe like convince him to stop or something like that. You know?
might step
Allow
in front of
some
Onimori. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
might
you want to
just...
just okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, yeah, you run up, you step in front of Onimori. Onimori, do you back off seeing this?
He just stands there.
Okay, just waiting, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Could
His role to either go down here or on the right.
could I use my knowledge of dragons and the fact that I probably have many times in Ash's history they have laid dragons to rest? Can Ash, with the help of Maple, sort of like seeing the Dreadworm deflate, sort of go and attempt to bring them down into that resting spot that they have done so many times before?
Can I give him an inspiration, please, for the love of God?
I already. I was gonna say, Bardic Inspiration.
Yes, please. Please.
Yeah. Okay, and you still have the Bardic Inspiration, actually.
Oh, that was technically like a day ago. So.
That
I mean,
was
it was a day
yesterday.
ago, but I'll allow this because it's been. Yeah, it's
Hey,
fine.
thanks. All right, so I was going to try to pitch like survival for this, like so
Survival is how you get like pieces of monster
like. Could I do
information.
animal handling?
allow animal handling.
Animal handling's better. It's a better check for me for sure.
Yeah,
You got this.
I believe in you.
big money.
I have
Big money.
the D8 that I can add to this.
You sure do.
All right. Well, let's see what we get first.
Yeah, so
you
we
know?
got.
And I'll say, as Ash goes to attempt to like lay them down, Maple is like on the back, sort of supporting him, sort of like, you know how like if you try to knock someone into a chair, like you push them over and someone kicks their legs out from underneath them. That's Maple in the back.
Good.
All right. Animal handling, got that nice advantage. That's
Yes.
a 22.
22.
Let's go.
With a 22, you can see as like you get closer to his head, he begins to channel more and more as this is going to be devastating at the distance you are at.
Ash does not flinch.
As you see the rot festering around inside of his mouth, you can see the damage this is doing to him to do so. And as you're at this distance, you can see the fear in his eyes.
I think Ash presses his hand onto the Star Drake. And his eyes glow that starry blue as he just says, "You have fought long and hard. Use your power now to help those around you and not tear them down. Do this in her name." As he's going to try to, like, Maple's bringing down the back legs, so his attempt is to just, like, as, like, he sort of would, like, fall forward a bit, Ash is attempting to just, like, catch the head. And essentially almost like not siphon necessarily, because I think that's a bad word, but just like redirect the energy away from the breath weapon and back into the rest of the body to sort of have a more even and peaceful passing.
You do so as you slowly begin to kind of like close like the jaw. You can see the magic beginning to fade from him, as you can see tears rolling down his face. Why did things have to end like this?
The world is filled with cruelty, and it is not a fact that we can change, but we can live to fight against it and bring that peace for those that we care about and those that are no longer with us.
I think Ash sort of kneels down and just goes,
There is someone who wishes desperately to not allow us and the people that we cared about, who you cared about, to have that peace. Who brought you back?
He looks at you. He says, "The creatures from hell."
Ash nods.
Then let us return you instead to the gates of heaven.
As you do that, you can see that a fire begins to glow from the dreadworm's spine as it suddenly ignites along the ends of it. As the dreadworm begins to howl, his body is lit ablaze.
Hey, I know this isn't how this spell is supposed to work. Can I switch my warding bond over to the Dreadworm?
Unfortunately, no. You'd have to try to do a different spell in order to do so.
Motherfucker! Alright.
Should have paid attention.
Yeah, that's my
I'm
bad.
just kidding.
God. As you hear a maniacal laugh coming from the blaze, you hear a deep voice just beginning to say, Now, who are you to lay claim upon my prize?
Oomst.
Oops, the fuck?
Oomst-a-doo?
I think Ash is going to stand up, and just sort of just go,
Who is speaking?
sort of glancing around looking for someone.
God. As you hear a voice begin to chuckle as a small buzzing sound begins to erupt as he says, My name is Beelzebub. Now who are you?
Can I ready an action to beat him when he gets close
Yeah.
to me? It wasn't metaphorical!
Interesting. Yes, not actually. I was like, yes, the demons.
Yeah, no, you definitely said some shit you definitely said some wild shit in hindsight now, huh?
Yeah, wild. Okay, cool. Do I see any demons?
We see a
You just see,
mill.
you just see like a fanged face in the fire. You
it's
can't really make out
Olivia.
too many details.
Does Blair recognize it?
Nia does not recognize it.
Oh.
Oh, it's not the bill?
Mm-hmm.
You did a different move?
It's a different...
No.
Jesus
Is
Christ.
it a
It
dill?
seems to be masculine. It's more of a dilf,
Damn,
maybe.
it's more of a
Dilf.
dilf. More dilf
Oh.
energy. Got it. Understood.
Maybe we're vibing.
Yeah, we're vibing.
Fucking.
Oh gosh. I think Ash is just going to say,
You brought them back. And for what? You sought to bring the skies down upon us, sought to bring ruin to Mistral Peak and the many lives of the people who live there, the countless creatures in the forest. What could you seek to gain from that?
Power? And of course, a real funny show if I managed to actually take the skies down. Could you imagine us being let out?
Hey, Shubin.
Mhm.
I know Ash isn't the smartest. I know he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Does this ring any sort of bells?
This does not ring any sort of bells for you. Remember when I said that Maple had something she knew about?
Oh!
What?
Rodea's casting fucking tongues on Maple right
Tongues
the
on
fuck
Maple
now.
right now.
Right the fuck now?
I see Maple begin to squirm as Maple does remember something. The stars are desperately important. Not because of what they are holding up, per se, but what they're keeping out.
Sail away. Oh.
Maple can see demons because she's a cat.
Canon.
God.
See Maple looking uncomfortable. Ash just sort of looks over and just goes. And like Maple says a few words, and Ash sort of eyes wide, nods.
Bro, we can all hear her.
Oh, did you cast tongues on Maple?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
You gotta know.
Oh fuck! This is not the time to bring out the teenage Maple voice for the first time. No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
As,
Oh, no.
as Beastlebub just looks at you and says, this is really just terribly infuriating. But I at least do get one little prize. Come on. Let's go. As you can see, like, the dreadworm beginning to writhe out in pain as it begins to die.
No.
Oh boy.
Could
Oh,
I cast command
On what?
on the thing that's talking?
You would like to cast command?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone's gonna like one attempt to basically like do something here to try to stop it, but it's going to see. I will say it's going to be very, very difficult for you to do so.
Ian.
we gotta try.
All right,
Okay.
What else could we do?
sure. You're gonna try and cast command.
Do it.
Wait.
Sure.
Oh boy.
Unless somebody else had anything better.
I
just feel like-
fuck. I'm a ranger.
Can we put out the fire? Would that do anything?
Maybe.
Okay, Dale, give me your hair.
I called the wave. I fucking called the wave. I don't know if I want to just douse the damn thing.
I was gonna say, wouldn't that hurt it?
So he's currently just setting him on fire?
Yeah, it seems to be setting him like on fire as like the dreadworm's beginning to breathe its last right now.
Fuck it, we'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess can we quell the flames? Big old water on the flames.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dave's gonna use her call to the wave. 20 gallons of water.
Oh shit!
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
that's a lot.
20 gallons of water, the flames begin to quell slightly, but it just slows it down. You guys get one more turn to kind of attempt to do something. As I'm gonna say, like a call of wave is not going to be enough to quell out a fucking hellish fire. Sorry.
I think
Yeah.
as Ash is sort of panicking, they realize this isn't just a fire, this is a hellish fire.
Mhm.
And they sort of glance over at Elena
Ah,
and just say,
hi.
I need your help right now. Can you help me?
I will try my best.
you see Ash, sort of, it's gonna be a weird sort of reference. I forget the movie, but there's one movie that Henry Cavill is in, where he does this weird little sort of like arm cock thing that's not really like a fighting move, but
That's
where he,
Mission Impossible.
Is it
I
Mission
know what
Impossible?
you're talking about.
Yeah. So that one thing that he does in Mission Impossible where he like does that arm cock sort of thing before he goes back with his fists up again. Ash does that sort of thing, except this wave of color shoots over his body as I'm gonna change my element to ice.
Okay.
And what I would like to attempt to do is, can using my ice powers do a sort of and working in some holy magic, do
Oh my god.
a sort of like weird entangle over the
Oh.
dreadworm to essentially stop it from being pulled to the hells. It's a weird stretch, but like magic.
Holy ice.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Ooh.
going to say this is going to be a spellcasting ability check.
Okay.
DC 30.
Are we working together? So
No, not a combined 30. 30 for just you, Ash.
30 for
Oh,
just
wait.
me.
You have my
I
D8.
can't-
You have my D8 still.
I do have your D8.
I can't just
Guidance.
guidance. I
Guidance.
guess.
I'll allow a guidance too, so D8 a guidance.
Oh, cool.
You
Can
can
I
have
say
advanced
Elena is
wing
helping me? Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah. I'm like, I'll go.
What is your
over-
modifier? What's your spellcasting ability?
+3.
Plus
'Cause it's
3,
wisdom.
great.
Okay. But I have advantage. And D4 and a D8.
And got it.
A
Yeah.
lot of high rolls that need to happen.
So
Roll base.
Okay, I'm just gonna glow my hands in radiant energy and just kind of help you whatever you're doing.
Yeah, so we'll add the D4 first and let that base check roll, I think.
Okay, let's see.
Oh my god. I'm so stupid.
Oh boy.
Ooh, that's a 19. I
You
don't
need
think
to
it's
roll.
physically possible. With a D8?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's not.
No.
Do you want to even just try to do so, though? Just so, like...
I think Ash would
Yeah.
still try and do so. Sort of like set the net out over it and try to like
Yeah, I mean, you
hold
wouldn't
it
roll
back.
if you hadn't tried.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yes.
I was gonna do something stupid, but I don't think
Oh,
it'll
we
work.
love that though.
Yeah, what?
It'll work. I don't think it'll work.
Well, roll the D8 first. Roll the D8
Oh yeah,
first.
true. Let me roll the D8.
Wait, you have guidance also, right?
I did
Yeah,
roll
That
roll
was
that.
guidance.
I already
Yeah.
used it.
Oh, that was almost an 8.
Oh.
Funny.
Damn.
Oof.
Yo, that was almost an 8, and then that would have been clutch.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
What were you gonna do?
Yeah,
Nothing.
you put like the net around like the fire. The fire just begins to laugh as it says, "Your mastery of magic is completely infantile." As you can feel it beginning to burn away all of the net to a crisp.
Ow.
The dreadworm is now dead.
Oh, Ash is pissed.
As the figure in the flames smiles at you, he says, "Now, what's your name?"
Don't answer that.
Don't answer it. Don't do that shit.
I think Ash, just staring daggers into this being, just goes, My name is of
Oh, boy.
little import, as I will be the one to strike you down before you get a chance to hear it.
He just like roars back in laughter, the flames just like growing ever brighter, as he says, "That's fine. I still remember your face. But do enjoy limited time you likely have left." As the flames, the figure in the flames sinks away, the only thing that's left is the burning corpse of the dreadworm.
Damn, more water.
Please.
You think I can cast it again with a spell slot? So yeah, Dea will do so.
You do so as the flames begin to die down.
I think Ash falls to his knees, just in front of the dreadworm.
Mm-hmm. As congratulations, you are now sworn nemesis with the devil.
Sick.
That's so cool.
Oh
I'm okay with
my god.
That's fine. That seemed pretty on brand for Ash, actually, though. I thought I would have no hardcore enemies. Well, I think Ash rests there for a second in front of the burning corpse and is just stricken with grief.
As I think that's we're gonna take a 15-minute break.
Oh my god, there are marshmallows in here. Sorry.
Hey, we're back.
Oh my gosh, that's really funny. So, welcome back, guys. I, like a big dumb idiot, let me explain what we actually do after break. So after break, we like to give fun facts about our characters. So you get to know our characters a little bit more. We have an unspoken rule that if fun facts are not posted before the start of stream, then everyone else gets to make up a fun fact about your character. Now, I will say, for context, I did have my fun fact typed up on my phone that I did during the day today, but I did not hit send.
Listen, if it's not in the
That's
And
chat,
so that's my fault, and I fully accept what is to come.
So you know
Please
what,
do not
Nolan?
destroy me too bad. This is my
I
first
would
offense.
love to give you your fun fact for the week.
I would
so,
love that. What's Ash's fun fact?
So Ash has many a time tried to flex with vine swinging tricks, and every time he has eaten shit doing so.
You know what? I fucking love that. That's great.
That's so good.
How many times has Ash done the Tarzan yell?
Oh, so many times. Are you kidding me? Here's the thing. Ash
He invented that.
swinging from vines, not great. Getting up into trees, like that's fine. But it's the then swinging, because realistically, think about that shit. You have no control over whether you know if that vine's gonna be tied off or not. And I canonically think Ash has like broken so many mirrors. He is an unlucky motherfucker.
Ash can go up and down, but he cannot go from side to side.
Not from side to side. It was a struggle. Why do you think that he learned to ride on Maple's back? Also, why he has mad hops, because he can't swing.
Can't swing.
Can't swing. Canonical.
Is that
Ash-
is that also a
Ash,
comment
not a swinger.
about his?
Canonical.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Good.
Can't swing.
Shut up.
Alright, Kate.
One of the things Dea insisted on doing herself in the capital was steeping tea. She had a certain way of doing it, so that it would be up to her exact specifications.
Same.
What kind of tea was your favorite?
Probably a good floral tea. Just anything in floral. Probably a lot of the stuff that she would drink, she would also grow and dry herself. The circle is complete.
My fun fact: Elena is more of a night owl. In the morning.
One more time so you cut out.
Yeah, Elena's a night owl. She likes skin.
Like skin?
She likes skin.
One more time, but maybe a little bit closer to your mic.
I think your microphone doesn't like that specific sentence.
Elena puts the lotion on the skin.
I hate all of you.
Your microphone just hates that one sentence.
Elena is a night owl. She likes to sleep in.
Here it
We
goes.
get it.
Love
Oh.
of God.
It wasn't letting
What
me
are her
say
thoughts on
things.
skin?
Everyone has skin. I don't know what the fuck you want me to say.
I would sure hope she has skin.
Is she a fan of it?
I don't know.
Positive or negative?
I don't like any of what you're saying, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Hey, anyway, I have a fun fact. Onimori would religiously visit the local wizard in advance of major battles to get a blessing.
Wow.
Did
You
you also
make-
get the poison
like-
installer?
No, okay, so legitimately, this was kind of like both before and concurrent to the whole Shrine Maiden thing. It's like, historically, Japan legitimately just had wizards, and their job was to give, like, everyone in the upper class, like, blessings, and, like, they would, like, give babies blessings and, like, fortunes for their lives.
Mm-hmm.
They were, like, actually called wizards. And, I'm canonizing that in our fantasy, not Japan.
I thought wizard was in quotes because it was the 4chan meme of when you go get to 30 without that one.
God.
No, it's in quotes because they weren't actually divining anything. They were just maybe like at best, I guess, in fantasy world, like level 1 clerics, maybe.
Ah.
Name out.
Oh, it's my fun fact time.
Sure.
The Barbarians did not trust wizards. They studied too much and were always stuffed inside some dark room. He almost tried to outlaw them, but one told the Barbarians he'd curse him forever if he did. Not exactly knowing how wizard magic works, he just gave up.
I hope his name was Michael. I really do.
There's a chance. There's at least a 20% chance it was a Michael.
Michael the Great.
He threatened to cast testicular torsion, but Menace just nope the fuck
Nope.
out.
You
Not even gonna fuck around and find out. Like, I refuse to, even if you don't have that spell, like, I don't want to know if you do.
I don't want to know. Keep reading your books, casting your spells. I won't mess with that
You
anymore.
sneaky creatures.
God.
That's funny.
As we'll cut back in on Ash, as you were not able to save the dreadworm from a devil there.
I think Ash is just punching the ground. He's not stopping either. Just rhythmically, bam, bam, bam. Just not stopping.
Onimori,
They
who's,
play it too.
Stop it in the rhythm of him.
Onimori is just standing next to him, like, just pats him a single time on the shoulder. So that's going to do anything.
You pat him and he stops.
We should go.
How far away are we from,
In the city?
Nope. From Tiamat's burial site.
Not terribly far. It's about a half a day's worth of travel.
Onimori, would you assist me in moving his body?
How big is this thing?
You should be able to reasonably move it.
Yes.
It's all of us together. We got this.
Yeah.
All this
Onimori does a
together.
power squat and deadlifts the dragon.
Oh boy. Yeah, I would have, if they're willing, I would take it to the burial site.
Yeah. Of note, as you are beginning to lift up the dragon, I would say that Cut also begins to help lift the body. With his considerable strength added to yours, moving the body is not a particularly difficult task.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Ash sort of nods at Cut. Sort of as in like a that bro-y way of going, I acknowledge that you are helping me. Thank
Yeah, exactly. I acknowledge this, yes.
You were doing something.
Carries it to the burial ground.
You do so. As you see the strange runes on the ground, as well as the bodies of the other dragons that are laid out around her. Each of them a different chromatic color.
I think Ash goes and lays the body of the dreadworm next to that of Tiamat to just lay them in rest together.
You do so. As you take a moment to pay your respects.
Ash kind of, after properly setting up the burial site, sort of just turns and looks back at Cut.
Yeah. And Cut just kind of like, he still looks awkward around you. His general like affable charisma is kind of gone, as like he doesn't know fully how to regard you right now.
There are apparently beings in this world who would seek to throw everything into chaos for their own gain, only caring about themselves. If This is a force that I would be able to fight. I am not going to be able to do it alone.
Cut nods as he says, "Of course. I promised you that much, and this new threat, I mean, it's not something I can leave well alone here." And of course, as he looks at the Red Menace too, you have my full support for the Dust Keep. And to start off with, as he pulls out his calling crystal, he calls his children as he says, "Okay, move into formation around the embassy. Don't
What?
leave it right
Let's go.
now."
The romance
Keep
will
tabs on them. Make sure that they aren't planning anything until we get back to the city.
Ooh. Oh shit.
As he looks at the Red Menace, he says, "I figured you would like to lead the raid to remove said occupants of the embassy."
Oh hell.
Reminisce will give a look towards Ash, just seeing how his general vibe about this is.
Ash, I think Ash is. He sees that Red Menace is excited. He sort of looks back at the Red Menace and, not smiling, but he nods.
Thank you, Kat. That's appreciated.
Of course. And as soon as the embassy is dealt with, we'll send as many forces as we can straight to the Dust Keep, seeing as the pathway in the forest should now be safe for us to travel. By week's end, we can probably have about 700 troops there, as well as supplies, of course. As the Red Menace, well, that's a godsend to say the least.
700?
yeah.
Jesus
Mhm.
Christ.
Yeah, I know.
Reminisce is very happy. He's trying not to show too much in front of Ash.
I think Ash sort of looks at Cut and just goes,
I would like to thank you. You kept your word. You helped keep the Dreadworm away while we sought to cure the Stardrake, and now you are without your immortality, Immortal King.
He kind of scrunches up his face a little bit as he says, "To be honest, titles were never really my thing."
No, they were not, I suppose.
But there is one title that I do still want to keep as long as I can. And that would be the one of being a father.
Oh my god.
I know things have changed immeasurably, but there's a lot you could have done justifiably with your anger.
But that would have gotten us nowhere. I think we are in a unique position now to give the people a Mr. Peak a choice. I have some contacts that I have made being alive again. If you would allow me to, I think it could be beneficial to construct a cure for the development of draconic futures. It was a choice forced upon many people in our time. And I would like to make sure that people nowadays got a choice.
He nods as he says, yes, of course. As long as you can find an ethical way to do so, I have no qualms about that.
Samples.
And of course, yes, whatever samples you should need, I'd be more than happy to provide myself.
Samples must be taken, but I believe with time we might be able to do something. A bond with dragons should be something that is chosen. And while I do not know if it could ever be filtered out, you may put a warning on some of your products.
And I think this is the first point that Ash sort of like cracks a little bit of like a corner smile.
They may be a little misleading.
God. He sheepishly returns it as he says, of course, I'll do so. Whenever you all return to the city, let me know. I wish to at least thank you with a little bit of monetary compensation, as I believe you may need it for the journey ahead.
You are not coming with us back.
No, go ahead.
I assumed we were all going back together. I guess I could be wrong.
I wish to visit the village once more, considering everything that's passed. I'll be there a little bit after you all.
Ash sort of nods.
As if that's all, Cut turns to leave.
As he's walking away, Ash will just say,
You make a good leader. Your people look up to you and respect you.
As Cut calls out over his shoulder, you would have made a better one.
Oh, nice.
As he leaves.
Ash sort of nods.
We should head back to Mr. Peak.
Alright. Unless there's anything else, you guys do that.
I
You
wanted
do
to
the
roll
thing.
to get ingredients on the way if I can drag other people into doing it.
Hell yeah.
I wanna make things, god damn it.
Make them go.
Do you want to draft the nature boy who knows the forest?
Yes. Help me look for plants.
Go, nature boy.
What go, nature boy, go.
Nature boy, do your thing.
No, I think Dea would actually, as we're just kind of recollecting ourselves real quick before we actually start making our way out to the city.
Make it away.
Day is gonna go
I'll
up to
kill
them.
you.
I wasn't doing it for the meme. Fuck me.
Never achieve them ever.
Oh my god.
I don't give a fuck. I'll say it as much as I want. I don't fear God. Anyways,
That
Day
was
goes.
Rexida. Easy.
It is on site. As soon as I hear it, I say it. Even at work, I say it.
Jesus.
God.
You've
Anyways.
you've Pavloved yourself.
I
Anyways,
know.
Day's gonna go up to Ash. I would require your assistance with something.
Of course.
I am not the best at doing so myself, but if we are on the path of needing to, I suppose, build up a stockpile and better ourselves, it would be smart to have a stockpile of, well, supplies. I can make potions and other small, well, elixirs, but I am unaware of, well, where to collect it in here.
If you can describe what you are looking for, I can assist.
I would think Dea would do so. There's probably some, specifically, like, plants that are used in the creation of healing potions and of antitoxin.
Ooh.
And she sets Ash off to go look for it as we all go.
Go! Why am I just imagining like the random bullshit go meme?
Yeah. Alright, Nature Boy, roll your survival check.
Roll my survival check. Yo. Hell yeah, I can
With
do that.
advantage, because, yeah, you're the Nature Boy.
Because I'm the nature boy? Yeah, that
Mhm.
checks out. Alright.
In a nature boy and a fascist girl find love in this world.
23.
23. Okay. So yeah, stuff for it was healing potions and antitoxins, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because to make them, it's half the cost of what they would be to buy, at least for healing potions. So,
Mhm.
how much gold worth of ingredients? I would say would probably be a good way to, figure out how much we have.
Yeah. So I will say for this, any potions you want to make in Mistral Peak, all the costs are going to be halved. Ash has gathered up enough ingredients that you aren't going to have to buy too much beyond just some basics tools and stuff like that.
Cool. So it would essentially be at least one for free then, because they're already half the cost because I'm making them myself.
Yeah, sorry. I meant this check was just for
Nothing.
just for getting the material so you can make them for yourself.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be me. This is the substitution instead of me spending gold.
Yeah, the idea is you buy
the.
the ingredients for half price.
Mm-hmm.
How much can Ash gather is the real question.
Yeah. How
Did
much
you get
gold?
half
Oh.
price?
Yeah, a quarter price then. Quarter price, okay.
Cool.
Sick.
When we get there, I'll start a going.
I think Ash, as you're walking around, brings up some fairly strange-looking plants. You see him just sort of in the trees, and you just see him. Now that Maple is bigger, on the back of Maple, just Maple springing between tree branches. As some points he'll just fall down to the ground, landing on the ground and just crawling over to the bottom of a tree, almost very primal, and just being.
He licks the dirt off the ground.
At
They
one
just-
point,
Weird fucking look. What the fuck?
at one point, he brings over what seem to be these strange looking toadstools with a flat brown sort of cap, and the stem is just this weird sort of squiggly thin stem as he just goes,
These are good for healing and antidotes. These are tiger's milk. Do not lose them.
we'll hand you a bunch of those and then dash back off into the forest. He does this several times.
Mm.
Dave's just looking them over. Not what she would use before. but yeah, this'll work.
At one point, he just brings up what seems to be a small clump of like what are probably rocks, but for some reason they're like slimy and just stink like a little bit.
Same.
Just like rotting flesh as he just goes,
These are what's known as lizard claws. They can be poisonous, but are useful when, well,
They're disgusting.
using against things like that. Do not split them, as the odor will only get stronger.
Alright. I will save it for when I need to make acid. Thank you.
Lizards.
She's
Laws.
holding it as far as she fucking can away from her.
I could go on for days. I have so many fucking plants you don't even know. I just have plants queued up.
God.
No.
And ready at a moment's notice.
And ready at a moment's notice. Are you kidding me?
God.
No. Ash finds a shit ton of plants.
All right. You do so as it begins to grow later in the day. You're about a day's journey away from the peak at this point, or from Mistral Peak at this point, to try to be more specific.
Also, it's been several days.
Yeah, we're just skipping forward a couple of days of just you guys traveling here. Yeah, no new displacer base to adopt or anything like that.
They're all dead.
They're all dead. Sorry, Jesus.
Kinda.
The next day, Ash just hands Dea a handful of small dead frogs.
Oh no! As it's now getting late in the day, and you guys can do a proper watch if you wish.
Oh boy, I guess.
If you insist.
We're not just gonna skip past this watch? What do you mean?
There might be some stuff there. Who knows?
Music.
Who knows?
Pop.
Why?
Alright, watch order. What are we doing?
Oh, I'm first.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess
I had rolled when you said it, so I'm like, fuck.
I'll go last.
Who wants to be with Ash in the new Teenage Maple?
I don't want to deal with Teenage Maple at all.
Guess Dea will.
Yeah, we
I
got
can't-
Dea.
Who's in the middle? Someone needs to be in the middle.
Onimori.
Okay, Elena, your choice.
I'll take a watch with Onimori.
Okay.
Ooh.
The Red Menace by himself.
The
completely-
Red Menace.
Alone with his thoughts. Alone with his thoughts.
No.
You
You
had
could
little
say something to
fungus.
either of us if you wanted to.
That's the
Well,
no.
fungus.
He won't say anything.
Oh?
No, it's too late. It's Teenage Maple and
No!
Ash.
You know, fuck you. I
What
will
about
live.
little fungus?
Maple, Dea's like,
Oh my
I wouldn't
God.
have joined you if it weren't for Teenage Maple.
Oh yeah, there is little fungus. Where is he?
No, his name
Where?
is not Little Fungus. Stop
Little
it.
Fungus.
Little
Little
fungus.
That is the number one thing that I need to do during this rest, is talk to that cat.
We did it for you, little fungus.
Here I go.
No, it's not Little Fungus.
No, he's going with the Red Menace.
That's my little boy. He's my little friend.
Don't talk to the fucking cat.
He has to replace the spiders.
Don't
Everyone
don't
abandons
you take
me.
my cat from me. No. Yeah, bed down for rest. Rest, fuck.
Well, I'm first watch. I should probably do
Yeah.
perception too.
Hey, that's not bad. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
No.
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 That's atrocious.
The zoom scared the
Done this.
fuck out of me.
Fine, number one thing I do then, I was gonna talk to Dea. Ash looks down
Fungus.
at at the displacer beast kitten. How are they looking? You know, I kind of dragged him through some shit, but
Poor baby.
I mean, they look like they're trying to kind of hold themselves together here. Like they don't want to yeah. I think you're insightful enough to know like they don't want to show any sort of like weakness, but like they still can't be doing great.
Yeah.
I know that I probably should have asked this earlier. Do have a name?
Cast speak with animals.
Fungus.
It's
not
not
little
fungus.
fungus.
I
Get the
swear to
fuck
God.
out of here right
I
now.
will fight somebody for this. No.
It is little
No.
fungus.
Raventail.
Oh, it's cute.
Warrior
I
cat.
heard little fungus actually.
Oh,
It's a
A
warrior
little
cat.
fungus.
I love the warrior cat's name. Very
I was
good.
just I
yes.
wasn't gonna say it.
Raventail is a great name.
RT.
How are... I know that I have... Things have not necessarily been quiet recently. How are you doing?
I'll be fine. I mean, you guys were big and strong, and I'm gonna get big and strong too, so I can beat up all the bad guys like you guys did.
Ash sort of smiles a little bit.
Yes, quite right. Well, you will need someone to attempt to help you to train. And I see no more fitting mentor.
And I will take them and set them right in front of Maple.
As you set up your animal fighting ring, yes.
As Ash just looks at Maple and just sort of intraconic just goes,
Now, Maple, we need to not go too difficult with them right out of the gate. No, yes, I understand that they are...
I was gonna say,
It's a lot
I
of
didn't say it.
attitude.
Hold on, I was gonna say it. Daya did cast
oh,
tongues. and
Daya
are still,
cast
like,
tongues?
Absolutely.
Damn, then alright, yeah, you have to
It's
understand
happening.
everything that Maple
Yeah,
says.
It's
give me
happening.
the angsty Maple
It's
voice.
happening.
fucker.
No.
Ash just goes,
If you would be willing to, I believe that your fighting style might benefit them more than perhaps what I could teach them.
and Maple just sort of like is like sort of like dog style, like rested on the ground and sort of just lifts the head up and just goes, but we like fight differently. Like how would that even work? And Ash,
Look, I understand it's not a perfect comparison. I figured you would have more practical advice for them. Being closer to them than I am.
and Maple just goes, wow, yeah, because you want to go in more detail on that, or
No, I... You would just be a better fit for teaching them.
and Maple just goes, am I gonna get anything for this, or like, am I doing it out of the kindness of my heart? Sort of just goes,
I didn't like you when you were in this phase, and I remember why.
Oh no.
Mabel just under her breath goes, the price just doubled.
Well, Maple, I guess all that I can do is postpone that next painting indefinitely.
Mabel's eyes just, like Mabel's head slowly turns as she just gives you a death glare. She just goes, that's dirty.
You're the one to talk.
I respect it. Sort of glances back at Ash. Yeah, right, sure. Ash just goes,
Thank you very much.
Please, I know how to deal with this.
I was talking to
I
me,
am
but also
this.
yes, thank you. Keep in mind, I did go through this phase with Maple once before. To be
Yeah,
fair,
and
I did have
and-
Horizon with me that time.
Yeah, you need some help, apparently.
I
Damn.
You see now that Maple has gone like full like head resting on hands pose and is just watching Ash and Dad talk to each other as Ash glances over and just goes,
You are enjoying this too much.
Maple just goes, yeah, I know.
Anyway, Dea, how are you doing after... We haven't got a chance to really talk after Scorpio was extracted.
Extracted.
It was a strange feeling. What is a good way to describe it? Almost as if the core of my magic had some of it pulled out of it. That the energy just like that. It is still there, but it was weakened, of course. Very different.
I unfortunately know exactly how you feel. When Draco was originally taken from me, it felt as if I was only a portion of who I was.
You
However,
remember losing it.
I remember having it, and I remember waking up in Dr. White's lab, no longer feeling that power.
It is understandable.
However, a thing of note is that the stars are not but an amplifier of your power that is already there. You will return to the point where you do not need it, and you will feel as strong as you did with it.
Well, I await that day whenever it makes my way again. It's a travesty, too. God knows I was able to do so much more fun things with my magic when I could.
At heavy costs, however.
No, I was referring to when I was originally alive. What I could do with my magic then.
Oh,
A lot more opportunity. Magic. A lot of the magic that I was aware of, that I was able to learn, albeit it was not as fancy as some of the other people I have met, but still quite as fun to do.
do you have any examples?
Well, the easiest one I can convey to you is I could not just propel one inanimate object to life, but instead two.
Oh no! Today is being so sincere, but from the corner you just hear, wow, a whole two.
I don't see you being able to fucking cast magic like that.
Maple sort of doesn't flinch and just like shudders a little bit, and you see like her fins sort of glow with elemental magic, and just goes, "We'll say it's even."
I love Maple so goddamn much. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Ash just goes,
This is going to be a long phase. I apologize.
The moment I can compel more things to life, the moment you get to fight them, Maple.
Maple's head sort of tilts for a second as you just hear her, like, you didn't know dragons had knuckles, but you hear her knuckles crack as she just goes, yeah, that'll be fun. As, like, there's just, like, a slight bit of, because she's still in ice mode, almost just what seems to be, like, a slow amount of almost just, like, sort of like that, vaporized, just like cold gas just slowly drifting out of her mouth.
Well, I'll break the tension. That seems rather impressive. You have spoken about your magic before, and that you learned it. However, I have not seen, I suppose, many people since we were alive that can animate objects the same way that you do. Is this unique to you?
As far as I'm aware, there were other people who could compel magic similarly to me, but theirs was different in the sense that they were able to do other things with it more common, such as still being able to give bits of aid in battle the way I do, but they could not bring inanimate objects to life, no.
Well, you must have been highly regarded then in your time.
Not for my magic. It was so common back then. Almost anyone had some sort of magic with them. It was as easy as breathing.
Your time sounds, for lack of a better word, magical.
Well, if the shoe fits. But no, I was more known for my visions. That was far more uncommon.
And did you always, I guess, or did you ever find anyone else that also had visions?
No, it was just me.
That is... I do not mean to pry, however. That seems isolating.
Well, it was not for no reason. My visions are a boon from the gods. While I am unsure of which one, it is up to them when I get them.
Ash sort of leans down and really looks at Dea and just goes,
We have traveled together for a little bit of a time now. And while I do not doubt that you could be religious, you seem more of the studious type. Did you ever seek to find another explanation for your visions besides the gods?
I attempted, but there was no such information to be found.
Well, that is a shame.
It is merely fate.
I would not discount yourself then as to tie your accomplishments to them. From what I have seen, at least being alive again in this era, deities can only bring strife.
That is an understatement for at least my time, for sure. They sure loved causing so much trouble. Fooling around with mortals' business. Essentially a pastime.
We had not the same concepts, but beings, deities, you could call them, in our times that we respected and gave offerings to as rituals that might grant good crops, good harvests, safe passage. And they were always blamed in the same way when something went awry. It seems that wrath is not necessarily there. Or am I reading this wrong?
No, it was a common occurrence. If people had something go wrong with their life, it is very easy to blame something but which they have not seen before.
It seems to have I do not mean to disrespect any deities that you might be connected to. It always seemed foolish of me to take things that you had worked towards and attribute them to deities, and then when things went wrong, to shift the blame from yourself and your ability to grow and learn from those mistakes, and blame them on the deities instead.
I wish. If things went wrong, well, at least for my visions, I wish they had blamed the gods. I found it easier to complain to something in person.
It seems like some of your people in your time may have gotten fed up with the non-responses.
Sounds about right, yes.
Well, I can relate to being frustrated and not believing in the misplaced anger of people.
Well, at least the good thing is that if I ever had complaints, they are just people. It is always easy to ignore that kind of thing.
Take it from someone who lets hate for individuals bottle up for a while. It is better to confront it.
If need to be.
Maple, who's just been watching the whole time, just goes, "Yeah, you really can't let it bottle up. He was mad toxic back then. It was bad. It was really bad."
I'm just imagining like Maple's been helping train the cat the entire time, and like she just has the cat in like a headlock.
It's like the little brother approach where they're like Maple's just holding their head,
Just
in
holding
their
their head,
hands,
just
and they're
like
just flailing their
yeah,
arms.
just
Yeah.
flailing
God.
about wildly.
Mhm.
God.
Ash was super petty there towards the end, so Ash just sort of looks over at Maple and just goes,
You. That just screams to meaning.
Now, petty?
Ash
Well,
just.
I suppose hold up, if we're still on this topic, I suppose I'm still feeling a little petty. Maple,
Oh no.
do you still think that my magic is a joke?
When did I say that?
I mean, saying that only controlling 2 objects instead of 1.
I said wow, too. Wow is a fun word.
Aw.
I
Don't
love
go
her.
putting words in my mouth.
Well, how about this? Would you like a demonstration of something else that I knew how to do?
You see, like, a cocked eyebrow as Maple picks up the cub and just turns towards you and goes, yeah, sure.
Very good. Dave's gonna pick up the cat, put it to the side, and Shivam, is it a yes or no if Maple said yes for doing this?
I will say, you Maple feels a spell being cast on her. Is she just gonna accept it?
Does Maple get a vibe of what this spell is?
Not really. No. Just like all you knew was that Dea was wanting to cast a spell on you.
shit.
Up to you.
Casting a spell on Maple.
um,
I think Maple's a little petty. She'd try and resist.
Oh,
she's gonna resist.
Yeah.
Okay, she's not willing. The spell fails.
Oh no!
Aw.
Oh, that's so terrible for Dea.
Maple just goes,
Requires a willing creature.
oh
No.
no! Maple
So nothing happens. You're just kind of squishing Maple's cheeks or something like that, and like.
Yeah.
Maple sort of just leans forward and just goes, you gotta give me some warning.
Oh my god.
Well, I can do this one more time.
Okay, are you casting a spell on me? Consent, please.
I am.
Alright. Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. Have
Okay.
fun. Have fun, Maple. Dea waves. She's casting Dimension Door and shoving Maple 500 feet in the air.
Yikes!
Alright, cool.
I
No,
know
that sounds
Maple
great.
can fly now. Maple
Okay.
can fly now.
Yeah. You
Can
see,
she?
Maple can fly now.
Okay.
So you
I have Featherfall too for a little
Maple.
Christ.
So you see Maple, the second that she's up in the sky, you see this massive pair of wings spread out as she circles in the sky and makes this display. And as you see this blast of ice go up into the air and what looks like small snow start to fall over the camp as she swings back down and does a sort of like curving glide, sort of land back into the camp and just goes, "You're right. Thanks for the setup."
Is Maple just trying to hit her with a fucking snowball from 500
Not
feet up?
not necessarily a snowball, just to be like, yeah, that was cool. Let me do something better.
God.
Maple
Right,
Maple like does that and lands though, and it, like says like thanks for the step and just sort of just looks at Dea, and I will say, Dea, what's your insight?
Oh, it's fucking low, dude.
Oh no! Okay, I'll have.
Did I have a straight insight roll?
Okay, I'll have Maple make a deception check then.
Okay.
Ooh.
4. Nice.
Alright,
I'm-
zero.
I'm still
No.
gonna roll.
Cool. Okay. It's definitely one of those like teenager moments where they're like, it's sort of like they're trying to build that mutual respect where they're like, you are cool in the things that you do and I need you to also think that I'm cool so we can be on like that level.
They can't say you're
But they can't
cool.
say that. No, for
Entirely
sure.
unspoken relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
Mhm.
Well, I hope you enjoyed at least a glimpse of what I am able to do. Just something small, really.
Yeah, for sure. Ash, who's been standing there this whole time, he's like holding the cub in his hands and just goes, "Promise me you will never be like her. You are going to grow very respectful."
Yes, sir.
Alright, good.
This poor single dad.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Yeah, rest of the watch day is going to spend as much time as she physically can before it passes over to put down the mental images of the crystal cave and like the star cave that
Mm-hmm.
saw the couple days before, as she does not want to forget that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a high or low. I have something I was deciding I was gonna do. Uncertain if I do it to this session or way later down the line. So high or low for me,
You,
Data.
you know we always have to
Oh.
roll high.
Okay.
Always high.
Always
If I roll high, things gonna happen.
Oh my
my
fucking god!
I think that's as good a sign as any that I should not do the thing quite yet.
Yo.
Holy shit!
Damn.
Yeah, not yet.
Knighted.
Okay,
Get smitten.
duly noted.
All right. God. As we'll go ahead and cut over to Onimori and Elena. But before we do that,
Uh,
Oh no.
Onimori,
Ah.
you dream.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
And let me change my music. And
Ah! Sorry, I was checking my audio levels.
God. Yeah, thanks, eh?
You're welcome.
As Onimori, you find yourself in a small room with one person in front of you. Can you go ahead and describe for me the room and the person?
The room is bare, but what decoration it has is very lavish. If you know anything about the construction of the buildings or the artifacts it contains, it's nothing is cheap. Even the flooring is like artisanal quality. There's like a big long ass sword on the wall and a couple of small things opposite it, but that's it. But the sword is like a representation of the best work of the blacksmiths in the entire group, and it's not a lot, but it's lavish in terms of that he would know.
Mm-hmm. And the person?
The person, the room is not Rococo. The person is Onimori's warlord. She has her hair half done up, and instead of a full helmet, she just wears her crest as a sort of crown on her head. She's wearing several layers of very fine fabrics, including a top that somewhat resembles his own, with these flared shoulders and a cape off the back that drags behind her for several feet. Longer than his.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And as you enter the room, she gestures for you to kneel.
No, Onimori walks in and he immediately takes a bow.
Mm-hmm. You do so. As you take a spot, there's an uncomfortable silence that hangs in the air between you two as she stares at you, as she seems content to let this silence hang, as she just looks at you for a little bit.
Onimori just quietly, like his lips really tight together because it's so uncomfortable, but he knows he can't be the first one to speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You do so. As she breaks the silence with a smile as she says, "We stand before the end of the war. The standing army of the enemy is to meet a separate force of ours and their capital, Okaide. It's guarded by only a token force. You, Onimori, take your troops, invade the capital, and destroy the temple, and this war will be over."
Onimori looks confused for a moment as he looks up. He says, Okaide is the capital. I would hardly call that a token force that's guarding it.
She smiles as she says, even then, I mean, it will just be city guard. They want their main forces to attack what they believe is ours. And you're highly trained warriors. I mean, surely they'll be able to handle a mission such as this, the venerated Onimori.
I wish I could say that was true, but Okaide is a fortress after they took it off our hands. Are you sure? Do you have more information?
You simply must. I mean, we are this close to being able to end it all. And this task, it's something I can only entrust to such a venerated general such as yourself.
Onimori's been through this before. She's just saying the same thing over and over again until he breaks. He knows this, but maybe, he always thinks that every time it's going to be different. He really takes a moment to stop and think. Says, it would be me in my battalion. Correct?
Correct.
We may be able to break through if we're smart about it, which of course we will be. But even should we take down the temple, we would be slaughtered inside the city walls. I know I'm strong, Oiwa, but I'm just a man. I'm not immortal.
She remains staring at you, letting the silence uncomfortably hang once more. You can see her expression kind of sharpen, just like a little bit.
Onimori doesn't know where to look under that. It's cutting.
Mm-hmm. Once
Is
again,
the-
though... No, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
No, you go ahead. He shuts up as soon as she opens her mouth.
As she says, you know what? Come with me. As she glides to her feet, she begins to stride out of the tent, throwing both of like the tent flaps like open.
He follows. I think it would be a
Mhm.
sliding door, actually.
Oh, sliding door.
Yeah.
Mhm. As she leads you through a small garden, she walks with purpose. Just like as you can see, like a little bit of like her hands are like clearly kind of balled up into fists. But beyond that, the smile is still on her face as she leads you to a small grave covered with vines. As she sighs and places her hand atop of the grave. She looks up at the moon that's hanging full in the sky as she says, my beloved son, cut down too early as a casualty of this damnable war. Do you know how many casualties there have been so far, Onimori?
Many.
Do you
Lady Oiwa.
And do you know just how many other mothers are out there that would like to see the end of the war for their sons who will never return home.
Many, Lady Oiwa.
Then it's settled. You understand why you must do this, correct? As she begins to get closer to you, she lays a hand on your shoulder.
I do.
Yeah, I'd imagine the sudden touch among like a superior like this is
It's
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable.
Mhm.
You don't touch people,
Yeah.
especially not in Onimori's culture.
Mm-hmm. She smiles at you brightly as her grip tightens around your shoulder. As she says, "Good." As the
This-
memory fades.
Oh, I wasn't done.
Sorry, go ahead.
He does respond. He says, "This is the golden opportunity we're being handed. I suppose we would be able to find a way."
She nods in affirmation with one final slap on the shoulder, as that now the memory begins to fade.
Where's the
Oh.
art?
Boy. Where is the art? Oh, am I gonna post it or are you gonna post it?
Where's the
Where's
Shiva?
the art?
I got it.
Ooh.
Fucking, we can't see his goddamn face,
He's a
motherfucker.
vampire.
He's a vampire.
Detail.
She's the head vampire, I swear to God.
I rotate Onimori 5 more degrees to the right every drawing.
He has a jaw, everyone. He has a jaw.
He has a job.
Mori
We've seen it.
canonically has a job.
Nice.
God.
Hell yeah.
How do we get awakened?
Small
As-
pictures.
Daya releases Maple.
What does Maple do?
Oh, God.
Oh gosh, what does Maple do to wake them up? You all just feel like a slight sort of chill. Like if you had any sort of like blankets or anything before, it's not helping now. You feel like you are sleeping in a freezer.
Onimori sits stock straight up.
As you just see what looks to be a massive like cloud of just icy like smoke around you that slowly trails over to Maple's mouth, who just goes, "Rise and shine."
Just slowly turns away from her. And gets up.
I also get up. Perception checks.
Roll
Wow, hi.
Good.
Oh boy.
All on you. Oh
This
my
is a
God.
wait, I need disadvantage.
Yikes, guys!
Can I do worse? Oh no.
Love that disadvantage.
It is actually worse now because you wasted a nat 20.
Yeah, I'm sad now actually.
That's mean.
Good.
It's too cold. I couldn't think.
Yeah, you're both trying to like shrug off the cold.
Onimori is just like waving a blanket at the cloud of frost, trying to get to go away.
I just flap my wings like once or twice and it's gone.
Oh, that works.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing, Elena?
To be.
Oh, sorry, what did you say?
I said I could be better, to be completely honest. My fucking.
Oh,
voice
all I heard
failed
was
me.
it could be.
Could be.
Likewise.
What's
I
on
think
your
I had
mind?
one of. Oh, go ahead. What?
I said,
Oh,
what's
I
on your
was gonna
mind?
say. I think I had one of those. Remember dreams.
What happened?
You can't see his face, but Onimura gets that 1,000-yard stare. Second later, he turns back to you. It was a memory of when we first started planning the final battle of the war.
How did that go?
Well, I was told what the battle would be. Yeah, sorry, I'm making a roll. She even told me to make a roll.
Oh,
Intriguing.
intelligence.
That's a success.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, with advantage. Well, that would be still the same. No, it would be higher. It'd be 19.
Yeah.
Sick nasty.
What the fuck?
Sorry, I heard a voice from above tell me something.
Make a roll.
Sorry, I just heard something from my dementia.
Dementia's kicking in early, old man.
Oh gee. Well, unlike usually, I was told to do this battle. It was in essence the capital city, which we had control over for a long time, had been recaptured by our enemy, and it was their main capital. So while their army was away battling our army, my warlord sent myself and my battalion to take it down, seeing as they were in a moment of weakness. You know, the town is built like a fortress, and it did not go well. But we did win, obviously. The war ended. But I didn't see the battle. I saw my warlord insisting that I do the battle, that I take everyone there, and I kind of knew it was going to be bad ahead of time.
Don't take this the wrong way, but do you think when you get these sort of dream memory things, it's a warning?
What was that last word?
A warning?
You know, now that you say it, I've had this growing suspicion that if I'm correct in it being people who were related to us in our past lives, anyone's going to be resurrected by Cielo to battle us, it would be my warlord. Oiwa.
Oiwa?
Yes.
Does that mean something?
No, but she does, and she has been recorded in history. I'm sure I'll tell Dea about this in the morning, but she was about as bloodthirsty of a person as you can have.
You know, a little part of me was scared that my Titan was going to be Sage.
That would be awful.
Luckily, or, you know, as good as it can be, I guess, he was the one who I could send a message to while we're at the Star Drake. So it's not him.
I'm assuming that wouldn't have worked if he were resurrected.
So I guess in a good way, that's nice.
That sounds very bittersweet.
Yeah. Who did you speak with? If you don't mind me asking, of course.
Onimura freezes.
I'm like waiting.
What'd you say?
I'm sitting here like waiting.
What'd Shivam say?
Is he leaning in, trying to know? Lord,
He like
please.
freezes. He's just stuck, dude.
You don't have to tell me. Sorry. I'm too nosy sometimes.
Yes.
I did.
I
Sorry,
no.
go ahead.
Go.
No, you talk.
Is he around? I guess the dream is relevant. My closest friend was killed in that battle.
I'm sorry.
I am too.
Oh.
Who?
I did have a weird question for, not pertaining to, dead loved ones or anything. You've been in a lot of war, right?
I presume more than most of us here, knowing... Well, maybe not Ash, but knowing the Red Menace's history.
Something weird happened while we were at the Star Drake, when we were asleep. It wasn't a dream, but it wasn't... I don't know what to call it. Like a flash of a memory. And there was this woman who was yelling at me and hit me, saying I was going to be a liability on the battlefield if I did not learn how to cast quick.
Sounds a lot like Oiwa. Except Oiwa was more... She would allow you to know the consequences of misaction, rather than enact them herself. You think maybe you were in war?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I suppose that would make 3 on the party then.
I was just curious. When you were fighting in wars, did you go after the casters first? If you
Did I-
fought any.
Did I go what?
After the casters first.
Elena, we didn't have casters.
Really? Oh
We had-
yeah, that's right.
We didn't have magic. I went out ahead with the archers, though.
Who did you try to aim for first then?
The strongest people I could find. I would... Well, in my land, generally we had crusts on our helmets to determine who was who in war. So you would know where to look to find your general, your captain, your leaders. I would find them and I would take them out. Quickly disorganize the other army, and they were easy to take out afterwards. Or they would simply retreat, which was ideal.
Okay. You
It
don't.
wasn't... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It wasn't a usual tactic, but it did work.
You don't think of... Never mind.
No, go on.
I'm not a liability to this party, right?
Certainly not, Elena. Jarrell who brought up half the party when they went down in the last battle. The Red Menace nearly died, and if it weren't for several of us, he would have. Including you.
I'm just a little concerned because when I woke up yesterday after that dream, it felt like I had muscle memory I hadn't had before.
How so?
I can cast things faster. Even when things hit me, I will have more of a resilience against it. And I can heal better now. Well, sort of.
Well, I suppose Dr. White did say that we would be slowly regaining our strength. Maybe the Star Drake aided in that. I would be lying if I didn't say I felt something similar to that.
This didn't feel like it was from...
Hmm.
This felt like something I already...
Well, yeah, just like Dr. White said.
I
Perhaps
don't know.
because you don't remember your memories. Part of that is your combat abilities.
I think so. But...
I wish I could give you the answer, Elena.
I know. It's really hard for anyone to give me an answer. Even myself. I have one more question for you.
Shoot.
What did your reflection say to you?
It told me it was me,
Mm-hmm.
that it wasn't. It said things to me that only I should know.
Hmm?
I didn't like it. What did it say to you?
It offered me the chance to forget all of this.
Oh.
And honestly, I almost did. Because the more I'm starting to remember, the scarier the more scared I get, I should say.
Not that I can emphasize, but I can understand where you're coming from. For a lifetime of experiences is just going to be more frightening than a life of no memory at all. Especially if you're not familiar with it.
Mm-hmm. But I decided not to take the offer. Because...
I'm glad.
Really?
Well, it's a little bit of courage there, isn't it? It's you. You need to face that, and it sounds like you have, but it is frightening. Totally understand it. After all, I experienced but a day of that when I was resurrected with everyone else.
No, I took it for more of a selfish reason.
Really?
I took it because I refused because I didn't want to forget Sage, and I didn't want to forget all of you.
Well, then that's not selfish. Just holding on to who you are. As you know yourself right now.
I'm scared that's going to change.
Well, if you know yourself right now, I don't think experiences can really change who we are at the core, just how we present ourselves.
So, say you weren't in war your whole life, do you think you'd be the same as you were?
If I weren't only Mori?
If you weren't only Mori in a war time.
Perhaps I stand corrected, Elena. I don't know what I would be like. So if I were in your shoes, so to speak. Got brought back with no memories of who I was. I suppose when I was resurrected I had faint fleeting ideas in my head for what I should be like, and a few core things about who I am and nothing more. That was confusing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yes. I can only imagine what it's like going on with that for weeks. But I don't know. Maybe I would be different. But maybe not. All I know is that at least I know a few things about myself.
And what are those?
I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things not a few words can put together.
Do you want me to give you the few words?
Sure.
Strong.
Well, that's an
Stubborn.
easy one.
Stubborn.
Fair enough. Maybe it's
Strong-willed.
easier from someone else.
Yeah, I know, that's why I'm telling you. Strong-willed.
He doesn't respond to that one.
Insight, motherfucker.
Yeah.
This is why I did this.
Oh,
Whatever
shit.
you want to give up.
I don't have any.
27?
What's your question?
Why didn't he respond to strong-willed?
He seems sad and lost in a memory.
Ooh,
Mm.
interesting.
Ooh.
Vampire? No, I'm kidding.
What does that mean?
It all ties together.
Vampires are
This is
sad and
bleeding.
brooding. What do you mean?
Yeah, sad and brooding.
Yeah, only vampires have memories.
That means all
Yeah,
you
fuck
motherfuckers
idiot.
are vampires.
Ash doesn't remember a damn thing. Keep up.
Shit, there was another word I was gonna say, and now I completely forgot it because we were on the subject of vampires. Oh, I was gonna, okay. You think with your head and not your heart.
Well, I suppose so.
It's not the suppose, it's a yeah.
Lena, you. I think you think with your heart. You think with both, actually.
Are you sure I think?
Well, there are times where you exercise great logical restraint, and others where you would leap.
Okay,
at the
I
chance
get it. That
you-
shiny thing
toxic.
was a bad decision. I understand. I know.
Well, but you
know.
were able to correct yourself afterwards.
Mm,
You reflected
By-
quite quickly.
going insane.
Well, do you really lose yourself that badly when that happened?
Yes. I swear to whatever star sun you want me to swear to. I didn't remember. And then we took a nap, and then I woke up and I remembered everything.
Maybe that's the other part of you that you don't remember. Kicking in, you said the muscle memory. Maybe it's not something to be afraid of, Elena. Maybe it's something that's just...
Nothing to be. Did you
I
see
don't-
what I did?
I did. But
How is that?
Did it
not
need
something
to be
af-
done, Elena? They were killing us.
I get that, but I just.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be so eager.
What I'm afraid of is I won't be able to control it. And what if I hurt one of you? That is the last thing I ever want, is to hurt any of
You know, Elena, I'm a bit familiar with that wording. I have some mental exercises that might help you.
Really?
Surprising as it may be,
Yeah, a little bit.
I do.
Okay.
When you find yourself, well, the first step is to be able to find yourself when you're lost. When that... What emotion would you call it? Rage?
See, that's the
Fear?
weird thing. I don't feel anything. It just
Nothing.
happens. Yeah. Like, I don't feel hate, anger, rage, fear, nothing. Literally
Is that
nothing.
Elena who doesn't fear anything, or is that...
Oh, I'm
Elena
scared of a
shutting
lot
it
of
down?
things. Like me, Elena, right now. Like,
Well, when it happens, Elena, is it that you're unable to feel what you're feeling, or you're truly not feeling anything? This might be the first question to ask yourself.
I don't feel anything. No pain, no emotion, nothing.
I think you have to give that a name. And you need to look for it. And when you do find it, you realize... Oh, it will take practice, Elena. You will be able to identify it when it happens. In the first couple of times, you will simply let it happen, but you'll at least be aware. And once you can be aware, that's when you can begin to seek out parts of yourself to reclaim. Does that make sense?
Sort of. I understand the concept of what you're telling me. Huh.
Yeah. I guess the first step is to just notice when it's happening.
You surprise me, Onimori.
Just shrugs. I have many years of wisdom to disperse among the group, I suppose.
Because you're old.
Yes. It shocked me how young you all were.
It shocks me how old you are. I didn't even know.
I guess the good die young.
Well, yeah. Well, that I can't tell with your mask. I'm gonna keep stalling because Red Menace is gone. Well, okay, I have I have so many questions for you, but I'm trying to not yell at them all at once to you. So, I've never seen you actually eat. Do you eat?
Of course, everyone eats.
But like, you eat food?
Yes.
Do you just feel weird about it?
It's kind of hard to eat with the mask on.
So like, you say you can't ever take the mask off.
Well, it's more for my own protection than your all.
So how do you eat?
I take the mask off.
And so that's bad for you.
Well, yes, but I can put myself into a safe location to do so.
Okay, that's also another weird thing. What's with the thing you told me? That you can just die and come back?
Leda, I'm so sorry. I seem to have burdened you with that information.
Yeah, a little bit, and
I did not think that it would shock you as much as it did.
Okay, what other people do you know personally that does the exact same thing that you do, other than
I will admit, the answer is none.
Yeah, exactly. I barely know anybody, and that's a lot. We'll talk about this more later, but I have so many questions.
I guess, Elena, I don't want to put undue burden upon you and I know you were worried about this. If it comes to the point where you have to, or it will be beneficial to do the thing I told you to do, you don't have to explain anything to anyone else. You may absolutely tell them, I will explain to them when I am awake.
Okay.
And I will do so.
Okay.
I don't want to place undue burden onto you, Elaine, and this is my way of
Onimori.
not doing that.
Onimori. I'm gonna tell you right now, I have so many burdens, it's not even funny. This is just added on. It's okay.
I'm trying to remove
It's
them.
okay. There's no chance in hell, my guy. I'm sorry.
Well then, should we awake the others?
The other.
Oh, poor the Red Menace.
The red man is face down on the ground.
I poke him
I
with
go
a stick.
poke.
God damn it!
Both of you
both get
race to
sticks.
poke him.
Wait, no, me. I wanna
Roll
poke him.
dexterity.
Oh, I'm really bad at dexterity.
Both of you are.
Same.
Please tell me you both just eat shit and fall on him.
Good. But it.
Yeah, I got there.
Mhm.
Got him. You whack the Red
Almost
Menace.
the one.
Whoops.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What? Why was that necessary?
I was racing only morning. I'm sorry, I got too excited.
You hit me?
No, I didn't mean to hit you.
I was going to poke you lightly,
I
but
meant to
Luna
poke
rushed
you.
past me to thwack you.
I'm so sorry.
That's so mean.
I'm so sorry.
I did nothing to you.
You can hit me and wake you. I promise.
I don't want to. You're my friend.
I know. I'm so sorry.
I don't do that.
It was an accident. I
It
can
was
heal
an
you.
accident.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, the Red Menace. It was my idea.
How does that make it better? Now I know you both wanted to hit me.
I'm full of malice.
I see that.
You already know I am. If it was Elena, then that's adding something new and complex to this group.
Yeah,
It's
you're
okay.
a bad influence, I think.
Oh,
To Elena, at least.
so you'd have created a monster.
I'm so
She
sorry.
didn't have that behavior before you.
I'm so sorry.
He just shrugs. Well, have a good watch, the Red Menace.
I guess.
I'm so sorry. I'll go sleep. Goodbye.
It was rude.
Oh my god. Holy shit, I'm fucking losing it.
I'm so sorry.
Alright. The Red Menace.
Red Menace all by himself.
Yeah, alone, with your thoughts. Nothing else to
Oh.
do.
Oh no. I'm gonna do push-ups.
Keep away. You're gonna try and think as
No.
little as possible.
Not one thought is gonna occur in my head. I'm
Great.
not
Roll
gonna
wisdom
allow it.
save with advantage. DC 8 to go enter a Zen mode.
Wisdom
Sabe.
with advantage.
Yeah, advantage. Doing push-ups.
Uh-huh.
Push-ups
Yeah,
might
yeah.
be enough to distract you.
Nice.
17. Yeah.
No,
With
no
the
thought.
17, your mind is clear of thoughts. As well, I don't want to say you're counting. Actually, I don't think the Red Menace would.
He's counting
He's
to
trying.
5 over and over.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, you got to 5 a bunch of times.
And then you're
Anything
like,
else
oh
like
shit,
you with
it's
your
morning time.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Just stares blankly for a second. Oh, I should wake up the others.
Yep. Almost had a thought that morning, but nope. You avoided it, as everyone else is now awake.
That's
Mission
No,
complete.
Wait, how do you wake us up?
I gently
Oh.
push you guys. Hey, it's morning time, sweetheart.
Olivia, you could just fucking jump up, fucking just like soccer player, like
Do
foul
not call
this
me
shit.
Dude, what if you just sucker punch him?
Oh, bam!
High or low?
High, always high.
How is I?
Is
Alright.
high you punch him or high or low you punch him?
Low, I punch him.
Okay.
No.
Oh my
First of all, Hey,
What the
you
fuck?
definitely did just type the number 100.
I know. I feel like I wrote that wrong. Hold on.
Thanks, Nolan.
Aw.
I was like, wait a second. I think I typed that in wrong. And then
That
I'm like,
fucking fooled me. I was like, oh shit, I gotta do something for the 100. Like, nope.
Punch him.
I just
One
full
punch
on
his life.
deck him in the face. No.
Me out here, high or low? High. Types the number 100, everyone. Oh my god!
I would kill him at that point.
But the higher you don't punch him, you'd be like removing a punch from his life.
You get 21 years.
God.
Why I found that so funny.
Alright. You got 53. You restrain yourself from fucking decking him.
Mori,
Yes.
wake up! When everyone's awake, he says, I would like to share the dream I had last night. I think it will be relevant to our mission.
Is it like an action, a dream, like?
Like a memory. The red one
Oh,
is
okay,
not
that's
like
better
what
because I
Dante
really don't care about dreams. They're so boring. Like, oh, I dreamed that I was like running around in a field. Oh no, yeah, I'm listening to you.
Onimori explains what happened in the dream in about as same much detail as he explained it to Elena, and then he adds at the end. I believe quite strongly that if I'm correct in a lot of our titans being related to us in some way, or what will be the one Cielo has resurrected.
That is not good news, it sounds like.
Or what was, or I suppose is, this time, one of the most ruthless and bloodthirsty people. No, the most ruthless and bloodthirsty person I ever knew. If she sees me, she will kill me on sight.
Well,
She will likely attempt to kill all of you if she figures out I'm related to you in any way.
Then perhaps we need to start disguising you more. If
If we're lucky, she's hundreds of miles away, but should we catch wind, I couldn't agree more, Dea.
we will have to confront her eventually, though.
if it
And
is,
that's what I'm afraid of.
it is likely, yes.
Well, something that should be thought about as well, then. We do not know that much about who Elena's Titan might be,
We don't.
or I suppose we don't know much about Dea's either.
Which is concerning, because it is my land we are heading to next.
That is why I was thinking it might be beneficial to attempt to gain power before. We were very adamant
Certainly.
to head off to gain power with the Immortal King and stumbled into finding a Titan in themselves.
Couldn't agree more.
Could take one step at a time for now.
Yes.
We're doing a raid on the Cielo embassy on
True.
Cutstone.
I suppose
No,
you are
we-
right.
You figure it out as we go.
I do remember something that I did find quite interesting. You said your warlord's name was Oiwa, correct?
This is true. She was written about in history books, if that intrigues you. I encourage you to learn all you
Going
can.
to say, do you forget what I picked up in the desk kit as much as you fucking hate it?
Oh,
Interesting that your warlord is instead depicted as the main villain of your story.
she did not win the war. She lost spectacularly and was demoted to an office job afterwards. She's lucky she even got that.
I was going to say, if you've described her as ruthlessly, It is interesting that they let her live.
I let her live, Dea. I gave her a pittance. I regret every second of it.
Well, we cannot change the past. We only deal with the consequences now.
True. Very true.
Yes, well, I think perhaps we should get moving then. It seems like the Red Menace was saying the best place to start may be with the attack on the CLN embassy.
Yeah, I don't have any, reason to want to do that. I mean, it's just the best move. It just happens to be in Seattle Embassy.
I think it's a good idea.
Well, thank you.
Suppose if I must have anything else to impart on you. When we were in the Dusk Keep, I guess we're all walking at this point.
Yeah, we're all strolling.
We're walking and talking.
When we were in the Dusk Keep, it was amusing the theatrics Christina played on us. Speaking to us ahead of the race. Toying the idea of saving or destroying the city with us. Well, entertaining, and quite frankly, she gave us the opportunities we needed to defeat her. I wouldn't expect the same from Oiwa. I'm not exaggerating. She encounters us, she won't toy with us, she will simply kill us. She's very direct.
Thank you for the warning.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Assuming, of course, Ciela didn't rewrite her personality or anything, which I'm not sure they can do. But, so far we haven't seen evidence of that, correct? Sure, I would assume Ciela wants that anyway, so.
Yes, that would be.
We don't have anything to worry about.
Maybe we bring them back for their personalities soon.
This is a very long path, isn't it?
Yes, sorry. Hey, look, that's Miss
Oh, look, there it is!
Yeah.
Oh, time passes so
And-
fast.
Guide. As you guys make it back into the city, I think that's as good a spot as any to end tonight's session.
Oh, boy!